Okay, and welcome to Thunder, and it's not too far away from Starrcade. We are setting up our feuds for that show, trying to build them up as much as we can without, of course, rushing them. Obviously, we're a bit sparse with the main event scene. The plan is to have Jeff Jarrett and Hulk Hogan start a feud after tonight. This is a final match. It's going to be inside a cage, and Jeff Jarrett is going to beat Goldberg cleanly to end that feud finally, once and for all. And we've just got a few matches just to see what they're like in the ring together. So Shannon Moore and Alex Wright, I think they could have a decent set of matches. See how they get on together. Crowbar's going to turn here, and then he's going to align with David Flair for the tag team. They used to be in a tag team, of course, about a year ago, and they can compete in for Cruiser Tag Division. Young Dragons are going to beat a new tag team, an official tag team, Chavo and Juvi. Kevin Nash and Sid Vicious are going to call out Team ECW for a fight on the next show. Not really sure what to do with these guys for the minute, but I've given Sid a slot, a match with Mike Awesome later on, and if they have a good match, it's a good potential feud to get both guys more over than they are at the minute. Last episode, Sean Stasiak called out Sting. Let's see how they got on together. And I'm thinking of putting Chuck Palumbo in with Hugh Morris on Nitro Showdown, just to see what they can do. Just to see if they have a good match, because not all wrestlers have good matches with each other. And for better for matches, for better for feuds will be, and for better show we'll get at Starrcade. The Impact players, I didn't even know they had a tag team. Of course, they're not active, but it's Lance Storm and Just Incredible. Give them a one-off match here, see how they do together. They're going to beat KroniK. Of course, Lance Storm is feuding with Shane Douglas. That is going to be our US title feud. It was either Douglas or Shane or Goldberg, and I thought there's more scope with the Shane Douglas feud. I think Goldberg and Lance Storm, there's a limit as to how good a match they can have, whereas Shane Douglas it can improve despite their not fantastic showing recently. But anyway, Laszlo Rose still feuding with Jamie Noble over the Cruiserweight title. Sid Vicious beats Mike Awesome, Lance Storm laying into Shane Douglas, and of course for main event there. So let's see how things go. Not great, to be honest. Two cruiserweights. I don't know if it's Alex Wright, but the cruiserweight matches usually get a much higher rating than this. But it's two matches in a row as a singles competitor that Alex Wright has not come up with the goods, and they've been against Hugh Morris and Shannon Moore, two guys who I know are capable of putting in good matches. So it's a bit disappointing. Crowbar turn. I mean, he's not got much heat at the minute, but I expected maybe a little bit more than that. Bit of a different sort of video, sort of segment. He turns. Daphne goes to talk to him, but he ignores it and continues to walk on without even acknowledging Daphne. When I didn't choose exactly what would go on here, but that's a bit of a lame story, and I'm not surprised it got 57%. Young Dragons, Chavo Juvi. That's what I mean when I talk about good cruiserweight matches. Amazing match, brilliant. And Chavo and Juvi haven't really. I mean, they're part of the Filthy Animals, but they haven't been doing much recently. It's just a fantastic match and two very good additions to the Cruiser Tag Division. That went down not too badly. Team ECW in the ring. Nash and Sid come out. A potential feud, but probably won't happen. We'll see what sort of match they have. We can put these sorts of tester matches out on Showdown and a few on Thunder, but Nitro's our big TV show, so we want to know that the fans are going to get quality on that one. Sting, Sean Stasiak, that did well, and it's a potential feud. I might stick these two in together. That's a very good rating. Sean Stasiak has given Sting his best match in quite a while. And we want to get Sting happy again and sort of promote Sean Stasiak. as more a singles competitor. So I think the aim now will be to sort of split up the perfect event, see if we can get Chuck Palumbo and Hugh Morris to have some good matches together, and get Shawn Stasiak in with Sting and promote them obviously as singles competitors. Scott Steiner backstage, he's feuding with Kurt Hennig. I think that's going to be a fantastic feud. That did very well, Impact Players and KroniK. And, you know, if Lance Storm wasn't so over, I would put him in. Well, I will put him in with Just Incredible again, but I don't think it's good to put him in a feud, in a tag feud, when I'm pushing him towards the main event. But pleasantly surprised with that match. Last row backstage, yeah, everything within and Jamie Noble has been good. Mike Awesome, Sid Vicious, surprisingly good match. You know what? I'm going to stick them in a feud together because these are two guys I really want to promote up the card. I want them. I see these two guys as both potential future world heavyweight champions, more than a lot of guys on the roster. So it's important to get them in feuds, and that's a good first match that they've had. Obviously, Mike Awesome for face, Sid Vicious for heel. I think this will be a very successful feud. Lance Storm, that went pretty well. Goldberg, Jeff Jarrett, not a bad rating. So let's see. Oh, Goldberg got a bit of revenge after. But 69%, not a bad show at all. Obviously held back by the crowbar segment. But yeah, we're pleased with that. Let's see what sort of rating we got. Not bad. I think that's pretty average. 4.54 for Thunder. AJ Styles would like to work with Lance Storm. I think we can get that sorted for Showdown. Jeff Jarrett liked that last feud as well. Lance Storm, AJ Styles, I like that match. Johnny for Bull. Okay, cool. Unhappy Workers, Lance Storm, oh, it's 2%. Goldberg's 8%. Let's, before I forget, Johnny for Bull. What's Big Vito has got a crazy gimmick and he's a face. What about Johnny for Bull? Let's change him to crazy as well, because it didn't do Big Vito any harm, did it? They can be crazy together. There we go. Cool. He's not opposed that. So we're going to start a couple more feuds here. And you know, it'll mean some of the big stars are possibly left off Starrcade, but we can't accommodate everyone. We want good matches. And Shawn Stasiak Sting is going to be one. And another one is going to be Sid Vicious and Mike Awesome. And it could work out that not all of these feuds are featured at Starrcade. But you know, it's just good. Some of the one of the, like Sid Vicious, Mike Awesome, they could potentially feature on the Showdown the night before, because we want a lot of the titles on the line. I think maybe not have a hardcore match at Starrcade. I'm not sure yet. It worked out well in the last event, but if we can put on better matches, it's not always necessary to have a hardcore match there. And one of these feuds looks really annoying. Totally Buff Road Warriors can't do anything about that at the minute because of Buff Bagwell being in rehab. And any news? Nope. Okay, that concludes this video, and see you next time for Showdown.